girl named Anna is stopped from using a medicine she has been taking since she was a child.
Anna, this is medicine.
Even though this makes her feel better, she also starts feeling strange and discovers that her senses are now heightened.
She's barefoot.
After a day in which she gets a sudden urge to chase a deer into the forest, Anna notices that her nails are now becoming claws, and she could be turning into a monster she always feared as a child. A few years earlier, a younger Anna lives in the attic of a man she calls her daddy. Since she's never allowed to go out, Anna usually looks through her window to get a glimpse of what the outside world looks like. One day, while her daddy is arguing with someone inside the house, Anna stands near the door to the attic and hears him talking about how he's now retired and is no longer interested in hunting. Anna also hears Daddy refer to the person as Roger. Since she has never seen anyone else in her life except Daddy, Anna tries to open the door to see who it is. However, as she holds the doorknob, it appears to be connected to an electrical source, so it shocks her. She also passes out as a result, but when she wakes up, she sees Daddy sitting next to her. He then says, sorry for what happened, though he mentions that he only rigged the door with electricity because he doesn't want strange beasts known as wildlings to enter the attic. Anna asks him why, and he says it's because wildlings always eat children like her. Anna is scared of this, but she then asks who Daddy was talking to earlier. He immediately denies speaking to anyone, and before Anna asks him more questions, he hypnotizes her into believing she didn't hear anyone's voice earlier.
Only Daddy can go outside.
The next day is Anna's birthday, and Daddy brings her a cake as well as a mouse to be her pet. Anna is incredibly happy about this, but a few weeks later, the mouse dies. Anna doesn't understand what has happened because she has never seen something like that. However, Daddy explains to her that the mouse is dead and already in a better place. A few nights later, Anna has a nightmare in which she sees a wildling killing someone. She wakes up looking scared, but it also turns out that there's blood on her bed. As Daddy sees this, he realizes that Anna is now growing into an adult. He looks concerned by this, but before the end of the day, he injects her with a dose of a medicine, which he says is to help treat the sickness she has. Even though the injection is painful, Anna doesn't complain, and Daddy tells her that she'll need to get used to it because she'll be using the medicine every day. In the years that pass, Anna gets older, but the daily injections have now made her very weak. Since Anna can no longer cope, she begs Daddy to send her to the better place where her mouse went when it died. Daddy cannot believe this, but he still goes to get his gun. As he then prepares to take the shot, he can't seem to bring himself to do it, so he shoots himself instead. Anna immediately passes out due to the shock of what happened. But when she opens her eyes, she sees that she's in a hospital. Since it's a new place that she doesn't know about, Anna quickly runs out of her room and heads to the roof, even though some nurses try to stop her. After a while, Anna is sedated and taken back to her room. This time, when she wakes up, she sees that she has already been cuffed to the bed. She also sees the town's sheriff, Ellen, who tells her not to be scared. Ellen then mentions that she found Anna after her neighbors called when they heard a gunshot. While they're still talking, the doctor calls Ellen to privately speak with her. When they're outside the room, the doctor tells Ellen that Anna is lucky to be alive because if she hadn't been brought to the hospital, she would have died. He also adds that after conducting a series of tests, he discovered that Anna has been taking doses of a medicine meant to slow down her growth and prevent her from fully maturing. Ellen is shocked to hear this, but she doesn't know what to think about the situation.
Slow down her maturity.
When she returns to Anna's room, though, Ellen uncuffs her. Anna then asks for Daddy, so Ellen takes her to see that he survived his suicide attempt and is now battling for his life in the intensive care unit. The next day, the doctor prepares for Anna's discharge, but he mentions that she'll be taken to another facility where she'll be monitored further. Ellen doesn't think it's a good plan to keep Anna caged in a mental facility after everything she has been through, but a deputy, whose name is Roger, disagrees with her and says it's what's best for the girl. As they argue about this, Anna suddenly mentions that she'll leave with Ellen. Roger doesn't look happy about this, but there's nothing he can do about it.
I'm gonna go with her.
Following this, Ellen takes Anna to her house. There, she tells Anna to be comfortable, and while she's eating, Ellen's brother, Ray, enters the house. Anna is surprised to see him, but Ray doesn't look too pleased to see someone in their house, especially since she's wearing his clothes. However, Ellen tells him to get used to it because they'll be accommodating Anna until they can find her family or anyone who knows her. Later that night, Ellen shows Anna to the bedroom where she'll be sleeping. She also opens the window in the room, but Anna looks scared of this. Ellen notices this and asks what's wrong, so Anna mentions that she's worried that the Wildlings will come for her. Ellen asks what the Wildlings are, and Anna says they are beasts who eat children. Even though Anna sounds quite convincing, Ellen tells her not to be scared because she doesn't believe that things like that are real. After she leaves the room, though, Anna shuts the window and goes to bed.
What's a wildling?
The next morning, Anna suddenly gets a weird feeling that keeps pushing her to go outside. As she gives in to this urge and stands barefoot on the ground, she starts getting drawn to go deeper into the forest. Anna also sees a vision of the northern lights, but she doesn't know what it means. Later in the day, Ellen then tells Ray to go with Anna to shop for some supplies they need in the house. On their way back from the store, Ray tells Anna about how boring the neighborhood is. Shortly after, Ellen sees blood stains on Anna's clothes and realizes that she is already becoming a woman. She looks happy about this and immediately gives Anna one of her menstrual pads, but the girl looks confused and asks if it means she's sick. However, Ellen tells her that it's only a part of the stages of maturity. The next day, Anna starts going to college, and she quickly makes a new friend named Jen, who shows her where the school library is. Before Jen heads out, she invites Anna to a party at her house in a few days' time. While Anna then reads about the northern lights, she discovers that she has super hearing abilities, which makes it possible for her to clearly hear some girls whispering behind her.
Yeah, probably.
Later that day, after school, Anna goes to find Ray so they can head home, but she bumps into two bullies named Hugo and Lawrence. The two guys look shocked to see Anna without shoes, and they also make fun of her, but she doesn't seem to care. When Ray finally shows up, it turns out that the two guys have been bullying him. Before he then leaves with Anna, Hugo punches him, but he doesn't retaliate. However, Anna gets pissed by this, and she punches Hugo, who is unable to do anything because he doesn't want to be caught beating a girl in public. As Anna then goes to meet Ray, he doesn't look pleased with what she did to Hugo because it might get him in more trouble with the bullies. Anna looks confused because she only wanted to help him, but he walks away angrily. The next day, while Anna is walking around the neighborhood, she sees a deer and suddenly feels the urge to chase it. As she does, it then turns out that she can run quite fast. But before she falls into a trap set inside the woods, a wolf man who has been watching her for a while saves her. Anna looks shocked to see him, but he doesn't say anything. She then goes to the library to read about wolves. While she's at it, she notices that her fingernails are already getting dark and looking weird. Later that night, when she arrives home, Ellen tells Anna that the man who kept her in the attic is not her daddy. She also mentions that the man's real name is Gabriel. Anna doesn't know what to think, but Ellen tells her not to worry because they'll still find her family. Shortly after, Anna sits on the roof to admire the night sky, and while she's there, Ray comes over to convince her to come back inside so she can read for her upcoming test at school. However, Anna doesn't seem interested in that, and she asks if he has ever been to the Northern Lights. Ray says it's too far from the house, but that his mom once took him there when he was little. Anna admires him as he talks, and as he seems to like her too, they appear to already be in love. Almost immediately, Anna sees a glowing light from afar, and Ray says it's from Jen's party. Anna then remembers getting invited to the party, so Ray says they need to go there.
I think Jen's having a party.
On their way out, Ellen arrives home, but she's unable to stop them from leaving for the party. When they get there, Jen looks surprised to see them together, and she even commends Ray for having a new girlfriend. At the party, everything seems to be going well until Anna suddenly starts bleeding from her mouth while in the middle of the dance floor. Ray looks worried, but Anna just runs away to the bathroom. There, she then realizes that her teeth are falling out. This gets her scared, and since she doesn't want Ray to see her like that, she jumps out the window and leaves the party.
Anna, can you please open the door?
Just then, Lawrence sees her walking in the woods alone, so he tries to attack her. However, Anna's senses suddenly get heightened, and she bites his throat and kills him. Anna looks shocked as she realizes what she has done, but she immediately runs away and leaves her ripped clothes at the scene. After a while, she then sees her old house and goes straight into the attic to spend the night. The next morning, she then cleans all the blood on her body, after which she wears new clothes and heads outside. While she's walking in the neighborhood, everyone keeps staring at her, and this makes her feel uncomfortable. Luckily, Ellen eventually sees her and immediately picks her up in her car. As she then drives away, Ellen asks if there's anything Anna wants to talk about, but she says nothing. When they arrive home, Ellen continues to ask Anna about where she was and if anything happened, but she still doesn't say anything. After a while, Roger then comes over to the house to ask where Anna went last night, because it might be linked to the disappearance of Lawrence, who hasn't been seen since he left the party. Ellen doesn't like how he thinks Anna is a suspect, so she tells him to leave while she handles the situation.
I thought maybe we should ask her.
I think you should let me handle that.
As Ellen then returns to ask Anna more questions, Ray shows up and tells his sister to let his girlfriend rest for a while. When Ellen leaves them alone, Ray tells Anna to let him see her teeth, and as she opens her mouth, he sees that nearly all her teeth have fallen out. He immediately runs out to tell Ellen that they need to take Anna to the hospital, but before they return, the girl runs out of the house. While moving around the woods aimlessly, she eventually bumps into the Wolfman again. He sounds quite nice and offers her something to eat. He then mentions that he hasn't seen her kind in over 16 years, because that's when the men in the town claim to have killed every strange creature living in the woods. Anna is confused by this, but the Wolfman tells her that if she wants to see her mother, she needs to check inside the nearby cave.
You want to know where your mother is?
Anna follows this instruction and goes into the cave, but she only finds a skull with a bullet hole in it. Following this, Anna realizes that she's a wildling. She also gets flashbacks, which show that Gabriel killed her mom. However, when he couldn't bring himself to kill Anna as a baby, he decided to take her for himself and keep her from ever going out. Anna can't believe this, so she runs home to meet Ellen. However, the sheriff immediately cuffs her and tells Ray that Anna's dress was found near Lawrence's body. Anna is then taken to a cell in the sheriff's office, and there Ellen asks if there was a reason for what she did, but she remains silent. Days later, Gabriel shows up at the sheriff's office, and when Anna sees him, she looks shocked. He then brings out a lethal dose of a drug inside a syringe, after which he confesses that he was a wildling hunter who broke his oath by saving Anna.
Every last one of them.
As he mentions that it's his greatest mistake, he gives her the injection and tells her to correct the situation by herself. Anna collects the injection, but before she stabs herself with it, she asks why he spared her. Gabriel doesn't have an answer for this, and as she drops the injection, he walks away. The next day, Anna pretends to be sick so that Ellen will open the cell door. As she does, Anna escapes and meets Ray inside the sheriff's car. Anna tells him to drive away, and he does just that. However, after a while, he stops and says he can't keep going because they can be tracked. He adds that he really wants to know what's going on, and Anna tells him that she's a wildling. Ray doesn't understand this, but as she runs away, he still follows her. Meanwhile, Gabriel is already angry about Anna's escape, and he blames Roger for it, especially because Ellen could soon find out about their illegal hunting activities. Elsewhere, Anna and Ray spend the night in the forest.
You're gonna get sick in those wet clothes.
But when they wake up in the morning, they find out that they're being chased by Gabriel and his fellow hunters. They immediately run away to avoid getting caught, but Ray eventually gets shot in the shoulder. Luckily, they then find a river to jump into, but as Ray suggests swimming away, Anna chooses to stay back so she won't get him killed. Shortly after, Ray meets Ellen inside the forest, but they eventually leave when the sheriff notices that her brother is injured. Days later, Gabriel and his men intensify their efforts to hunt down Anna, who is partially transformed into a wildling. While Ray is heading home from school, he sees Roger and another hunter filling up many tanks of gas. This leaves him shocked. But as Roger leaves, Ray calls Ellen to inform her that she thinks Gabriel and the other men are going to the forest again. Later that night, Ellen secretly goes into the forest to uncover what's happening there. Meanwhile, Anna manages to kill some of the hunters who are after her. As Roger then finds Ellen in the forest, he threatens to hurt her, but before he can, Anna shows up and kills him. Ellen looks shocked to see how Anna now looks, and even though the sheriff has the chance to kill her, she decides against it when she realizes that the wildling is pregnant. Meanwhile, Gabriel and his men set the forest on fire to flush Anna out or get her killed in the process. Unfortunately, the smoke from the fire starts choking Anna, but before it kills her, she digs a way out for herself and enters a cave to be safe from the fire. However, before she can settle down, Gabriel shoots her down with a tranquilizer dart. He then says it's time to send Anna to a better place. Before he kills her, though, he realizes that she's pregnant, so he decides to cut out the baby first so he can keep it. However, the tranquilizer wears off and Anna manages to gain control of her hand, which she uses to grab him before killing him. Following this, the Wolfman then shows up and takes care of Anna to ensure she doesn't lose her baby. A while later, Anna gets better and decides to leave the forest and head for the northern lights. As she's crawling away, Ellen and Ray return to the forest and they see her leaving. A few days later, Anna finally reaches the northern lights, and she also appears to have given birth to her baby. As she then admires her child, she suddenly hears the call of another Wildling. This leaves her shocked, but as it means there could still be others like her, she starts thinking about looking for them.